Can I future-proof myself? Really important question that we should all be thinking about, because if we don't look after ourselves, who's going to do it for us? So here's 3 tips on how I can future-proof myself. The first one is you've always got to be learning, constantly be learning. Each week, just sit down at the end of the week. What have I learnt this week? What new experiences have I taken on? Am I better at what I do at the end of the week than I was at the start of the week for my new experiences? Always be talking to people, showing that you're interested, be inquisitive, always be learning. Sign yourself up for different courses that you're going to run for you, or pay for yourself and invest in yourself. And also, if you're working for a company, what are they going to put you forward to? Don't ever say, I'm too busy to go on the course. This is your future you're talking about and your future learning. You've always got to be constantly learning. And as I said, talk to people, be inquisitive. What do they know? How are they learning? So how can I learn from others? Always be learning. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, what's the next big thing, or what's the next new thing in your industry? What's the next new development? I've been doing a lot of work in the motor industry recently, and the way that has changed in the last few years is absolutely incredible. From the manufacturing to the leasing companies, all aspects of the motor industry and what mobility is going to be like for us all in the future is changing constantly. You can't stand still in that industry, and I dare say that is just an example of most industries. So what is the next new development? Are you up to date with it? Do you understand how it's going to work and the potential? Are we being flexible? Are we able to cope and develop with all the change? So that's tip number 2, is always be looking at what is the next new development. Tip number 3, I think is really important, is creating that thinking time, that reflection time. Where am I going with all of this? How am I developing my skills? And going back to the previous 2 questions. But also, if you work for a company, you get regular coaching sessions from your manager or someone in the business, brilliant. If you've got a mentor, brilliant. Make the most of them. If they've got an appraisal system or performance review system, brilliant. Great reflection times for you to sit down and think, how am I performing? Where am I going with this? And how am I going to make sure that I continue to develop my skills so I stay employable, relevant and value for the rest of my working career? So there's 3 really important tips for you to focus on. Always be learning, looking at the next new development, and creating some thinking time for you. Because if you don't look after yourself, who's going to do it for you? So often we'll think, how can I future-proof myself? 3 important tips to help you to enjoy your journey. Have some fun along the way though.